Hi, everybody. Welcome to Hot Topics. Happy Halloween. And I hope you have a chance, you and your loved ones, in spite of all of the current challenges around experiencing this hell holiday event, that you have a chance to enjoy it. So let's dive in. So the first top topic was inspired by the mothers in my life, and that is, my wife and partner Kathleen and our daughters Keely and Jillian, both professional women. Our daughter Jillian, who lives in Seattle, is a practicing attorney there and has a wonderful family, and her partner Jason and two children. She sent me an article called "Stuck at Home Moms: The Pandemic's Devastating Toll on Women." And I know from just also talking to our other daughter Keely, and also the reflection and insight from their mother Kathleen, that there's really something incredibly difficult through the pandemic, and in combination of working at home, that is causing this incredible additional pressure on working moms and stuck at home moms. And as much as their male partners, me included, are doing our best, or we think we are, and I think we can do better for sure. I can do better, and I've got to work on myself first. But I was thinking about this. What does this mean, and what can I bring to the party in this conversation from a leadership and culture point of view? So if you go through the NPR article, economists are worried about this actually at that level. I mean, there's a real true impact to business, to workplaces, and to the impact on organizations and culture. And obviously, this massive impact on working moms. And so what does that mean, and what can we do about it? And so I went to search for a little bit around, what learning have we found out there around ways that men can be more supportive of women, not just working moms, but all women in this current remote pandemic environment. So in hot topic number 2, here in a minute, I'll talk about some very practical things that I can do and that you men out there can give some consideration, and talk to the women in your lives around this to get some feedback from them. How about that? The second topic, and it's obviously related to the first one, I wanted to, bring some practicality to, what we as men might do in support of, this kind of pressure that's on our women colleagues, particularly our women colleagues that are mothers, but all women colleagues. And so this article in the Harvard Business Review by 2 authors that have written a book on it, and it just came out, is 4 ways men can support their female colleagues remotely. So here are 4 practical things, and I'm just going to refer to them. 1 is include and sponsor women. And there's a little more to this, but essentially what that means is that, really engage and be intentional about engaging women and that are part of our cohorts, and put a spotlight on their work. Make sure they have a chance to participate in the juicy assignments, share the recognition with them, kind of be active around, giving and receiving feedback with them, be a sponsor, include them, and not in a patronizing way, but in an intentional way where you're active around really being a supportive and inclusive colleague. The second one is make sure that their voices are heard in meetings. Now, again, this is a statistical thing that women tend to sometimes sit back. It's obviously not the case around every individual. And some women are very capable of having their voice very clearly heard. But sometimes it's just important that they're just sitting back and checking a little bit so they can actively participate the way they might like. Be clear about making sure their voices are even out and are heard, and you're listening. And so make room for that. The third is this transparency thing. Sometimes what happens is, because, again, all these different distractions and obligations that are going around these women in these remote environments in particular, they're being left out of some key decision making, or they don't get some of the insight. Just give yourself a moment to check in and go, are we engaging and being as transparent and open around all the things that are being discussed and decisions being made, so we're helping our women colleagues move along with us and our decision making through transparency. And then there's a kind of an interesting topic or language that the authors use around calling office housework. Garrett and I were kicking around whether that we know what that topic even meant, but there is a sort of the grungy kind of stuff sometimes that goes around the housekeeping stuff around working. It's like who takes the notes, or who organizes and arranges for the logistics of the meeting. And we just want to make sure that we're equally sharing in those. Kind of like that we men have been struggling to do our share around housework. At least I have, and I'm doing my best. I think I'm pretty evolved, but I got work to do probably always. But again, being more intentional around our own current work environment, that we're not just assuming that the women who make up our cohort take on more of those duties out of balance with what needs to get done by the rest of us in a shared kind of way. 4 simple tips. Read the article. It's pretty well researched and thought through. And I hope it rings a few bells with you, the men that are in our audience, but also the women. Love to get a reaction. And please, I hope that you accept my good intention behind this. Maybe clumsy in describing some of it. And, learning how to be an ally is always tricky. And the only way we can become an ally is we put our good and heart and intention behind what we're doing. And the people that we're trying to serve embrace us that way. And we earn that over a period of time. And as always, hang out with us, come to our socials, go to belongify.com, join the conversation, come hang with us. You inspire us as always. And thanks for allowing us to go into topics that sometimes are crunchy and a little tricky, to do our best with them. Thanks, and bye for now.